What's up, people? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to start this. I had Grand Theft Auto 5 on my Xbox 360, and it worked perfectly. So, feeling nostalgic, I decided to reinstall it on my PC, and I could not get it to work whatsoever. And there was a time when my PC was, kind of high-end, and that is sort of coming to a close. I am at the point where I have to upgrade, but I should be more than capable of running Grand Theft Auto 5 semi-well with no problems. And it took a lot of trial and error and reading forums and watching YouTube videos, and none of that shit worked. None of it. None whatsoever. So, what I'm going to do is make a video, this video that you are watching now, and show you the settings that I'm using now to get this thing somewhat stable. And we'll go ahead and prove that right now, because it is a pain in the butt. And let's see. Hopefully, the floor won't disappear, which is the biggest problem that I had with this thing. Going at high speeds in a vehicle, like I'm doing right now, and textures wouldn't load, or a hole would disappear on the floor, and see, it's like it wants to, but it's not doing it. Therefore, making this game playable without feeling like I'm going to fall through the world and, land in the ocean, which has happened. But there, see? Fairly stable. No problems. This is about as fast as I'm going to get right now. Well, in this vehicle anyway. But, alright, let's go ahead and stop. Ah! Oops. Thank God this is not a gameplay video. I just want to get off the freeway. That's all I'm doing. I'm stalling. Alright. So, first things first. The first thing that I did is what people suggested. Hopefully my audio is still there. Yes, good. So we're going to go ahead and open the task manager. There we go. And you can see I'm using a good chunk of my CPU and my memory for Grand Theft Auto right now. And that is because if you go to Properties, GTA 5, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not my resource value. Go to details. There we go. Let's go ahead with that because that's going to be at the top. Set priority. Right now, priority is normal. Now, before I did have to put it to high, but I'm going to leave it at normal just for the sake of this video. I do recommend changing it to high. The only reason I'm not changing it is because at normal, I'm pretty much got the game stable. So go ahead and close that. We're going to go back to Grand Theft Auto. And let's get to the settings. Graphics. Now, the first thing that I did before even messing with the settings is run a benchmark. And my benchmark had me running at about 30 frames a second stable. So that was a good sign. So after I did that, now my DirectX version, though obviously I want to leave that off, changed it to DirectX 10 from DirectX 11. I'm running full screen with my resolution. Aspect ratio is auto, 50 Hertz. Output monitor 1. Now FXAA is on. Now before I had all this turned up to ultra, and the game would run smoothly, but the textures would disappear, and I don't like that. That's not playable. So I would rather run it at 360 quality than PC Master Race quality. Okay, back to this. FXAA is on. MSAA is off. VSync is at half. Pause game on focus loss, that is off. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Why can't I go down? There we go. Population density, that is all the way up, it looks like. Yep, all the way up. Population variety, all the way up, all the way up on distance scaling. Now my textures I have at very high. Shader quality is normal. Shadow quality is very high. Reflection quality, high. Now water quality I left at normal. Particles quality also normal. Soft shadows are on sharp. Post FX, that's on high. Motion blur strength, that's at all the way up. No in-game depth of field effects. Anisotropic filtering is off. Ambient occlusion is normal. And of course you have your restore defaults. Now, yes. Let's get out of that. Ah! Would you like to apply them? No. There we go. Now, advanced graphics settings, I didn't touch any of this. And when I did touch it to make everything look pretty, again, the floor disappeared. So I refuse to touch these settings. All of these should be off. And as you can see, the video memory that I'm using is very, very low. And since I have done this, this game has been running perfectly. Thank God. So hopefully this saves you the hassle. I'll have my specs, or I'll have the specs in the description of the video, and hopefully this saves you some trouble. Like I said, I'm not running, a brand new processor. I've got about, 4 gigs, 8 gigs of memory, and a relatively new GTX in there. But for the most part, this has worked, and it has worked perfectly. I've played all day yesterday, no problems. So, like I said, hopefully this saves you combing through 8 billion YouTube videos and reading 3 million forums and the official Rockstar, webpage like I did. And in the comments, let me know if it works. Hopefully it does, and it saved you some time. So, I know this isn't what I normally do, but it was just completely frustrating to me that I couldn't get this thing to work, but I could, it worked on my Xbox. So, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll have another video coming out, of some actual gameplay later on down the line. And as always, till next time, goodbye.